Hey YouTube, today I'm going to show you how to do work on a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 trail rated with a 4.7 liter V8. This Jeep has 152,220 miles. The issue with this Jeep is the ABS and traction says service system brake and the 4x4 system. Now let me see if I can get it to run the code. It's running the report, and you get a U1418, which means the right ABS sensors are bad. I'm going to start by loosening the lug nuts on the wheel, and there's a 13th, 16th socket, and I'm using a breaker bar. All we're doing is loosening them, because you can't take them off while the vehicle is up in the air. There we go, now they're loose. Now I'm going to jack the vehicle up using a jack. I'm going to be putting as part of the jack on this nut. It's a very strong part of the vehicle. Jack it until the wheel is off the ground. And I'm going to use a jack to support the vehicle in case the hydraulics jack fails. Do not ever get under a vehicle without jack stands. A regular jack is not going to be enough. Now I'm going to finish taking the lug nuts off. It should come off a little bit easier now that it is up. Now the wheel is free and it can come off. If it's been on for a while, you might have to kick it. This one I just took off recently to do a brake job. Now we want to remove the caliper. We're going to move it in one assembly with the caliper and the caliper bracket. To remove the whole assembly, you want to take this nut off here, and there's one down here. They are both the same size as the wheel nuts, 13/16. To make it easier to get to the bolts, we're going to turn the wheel. I'm going to start by removing the bottom one first. It's much easier that way. Otherwise, if you take the top one off first, you will have a hard time loosening the top one because it'll move. Sorry about the camera. So that is loose. Same thing with the top. use the breaker bar, get it on, and there we go. Now I'm going to use the ratchet, starting at the bottom, take it off. There it is, top one, on there. Yep, both are off. Caliper swings out and is loose. I don't ever like to let my calipers hang from their lines. You can damage them, so it is smart to prop them up on something. Now Jeeps come with, or this Jeep does, comes with a rubber ring that hold the rotors on. You're just going to take a pick, get behind it, and pull it off. This ring helps hold the rotor in place. Now the rotor comes off, or it should. A little persuasion will always help. Now to get access to the ABS sensor, I'm going to turn the wheel the opposite direction.
Okay.
So this is the ABS sensor, and it's held in with an Allen bolt. It is smart to clean it out first so you do not strip the bolt, or you will not have a fun day. I like to spray a little water, cleans off the dirt. It uses a size 5 Allen bit. It will most likely be in there a little hard. Hitting it in helps, and came right out. The nut. On this Jeep, it is smart to spray some penetrating lubricant by the ABS sensor because it will be stuck in. While we're letting the penetrate the rust, you want to follow the line. It connects there, there, and then goes to the back and connects there. It goes up, connects there, there, and here. Like most Chryslers, they will use a red tab, lock tab. You want to push that out. It's okay if it comes out, it'll actually make things easier. And then you want to pull the whole thing out. There we go. It's okay, it's going to come with a new tab to put it into the frame of the vehicle. Push, and the tab, sorry if it's out of focus, should come out. Taking the red tab completely out will make this job a lot easier. Do not lose it though. As you can see, this one inside is filthy, which explains the difficulty trying to get out. Gonna take air hose, clean, pull it, comes out. You're just gonna want to pull these out, or you can actually undo them with a pick, push in, and it opens up, comes out. Same thing with this one, or you can pull it out, this one I'm just going to pull out because I know the new ABS sensor that I have comes with all of these clips. The last clip has two sides that you want to push down on and push through depending on how much dirt is in there. Pull the sensor and push the tabs down. With a little effort, it will come out. Both tabs are depressed. It just doesn't want to come out because it's dirty in there. If you break the ABS sensor, it doesn't matter because you're going to be putting a new one in. And it came out. Now the ABS sensor is supposed to just pop out, but as you can see, it doesn't want to just pop out. So we're going to give it a little bit of persuasion with a flathead and a hammer. Just knock it a little bit. Hopefully break it loose. Because breaking the sensor will add quite a bit more time. Alright, so we got underneath the sensor. Alright, prying it. Looks like it's a little loose, but you want to be careful. Otherwise, you'll be spending time dremeling. Push the sensor a little bit over this way. Doesn't seem to want to come out. Just work it lightly. Looks like it's going to come out. And like the other side, this sensor broke. So to get the rest of the ABS sensor, you're going to want to use a Dremel with this type of bit. And you're going to want to be extremely careful. You're going to want to take the Dremel and angle it in at the same angle as the broken off ABS sensor. It's just plastic, not that big of a deal. And then go around. Now you can see I've got a little tag of ABS sensor. Rather than try and Dremel it all out, never mind, I was going to see if I could pull it out, but let's see if we can get in there and grab it and pull it out. Alright, doesn't look like it. I'm going to go back to Dremeling. You begin to notice as you Dremel that it begins to move around. It's a good idea to take some air and see if you can grab a little bit of it and yank it out. And again, it doesn't look like it. You can tell, I don't know if you can, but it's free inside. It's moving around freely. I just can't get a good enough grip. And I don't know if you can see, but the ABS sensor actually came out. I blew some compressed air into it, and the broken off end of the ABS sensor is right here. It blew right out. That's perfect for me. This is the ABS sensor I ordered. It's a Dorman. There is the part number. Now we're going to take it out of the box and compare it to the one that I've taken out of the car. As you can see, the ends are the same. This is the new one. This is the old one. You follow down the path. It's got rubber on both of it. This is all the same. The same. These two are the same. The same. The same. And the ends. The same. What you're going to do first is take your ABS sensor and fish it through the dust shield and fit it down in the hole like so. It's going to be a little hard because there's some rings on it. That's good. And it is in. Then take your nut and screw it in with the size 5 Allen. Get it nice and tight. There we go. Now you want to take your ABS sensor line and route it. You can pull the old one out since it comes with the new ones. One in front goes right in. This one went in the back. And it is a little tough, but it does go right in. Then you're going to want to take it and fish it back here and feed it through and push it in. It's probably going to be a little bit hard. Not all are created the same. And then the next one just simply snaps into place like so. You're going to take this one and simply put it in the hole. Now you're going to want to connect your ABS sensor. Simply goes in like so. It can only connect one way. And then your red locking tab, don't want to forget that. Slide it in. Take the sensor. There's a hole. And simply find the hole and put it in. Now the ABS sensor is routed and in where it is supposed to go. Now you do assembly reverse the way you took it off. Put your rotor on. Then your rubber ring. This helps hold the rotor in place. If you find that your Jeep Grand Cherokee doesn't have one, go get them. It really makes holding the rotor on a lot easier. Then take your caliper, make sure your pads are in place. They can move. And put it on the rotor. Take your bolts, put them through their holes, line them up to the caliper. Bottom one's in, top one's in. Take your 13/16 and tighten it up. Get it so it's tight. I'm going to go back in with a breaker bar breaker bar. Just tighten it down. Now straighten the wheel back out to put the wheel on. Remove the thing first that you use to hold your caliper. You don't want to crush that. Line up your studs with the rim. Take a lug nut. And put them on. I like to get them as tight as I can while the vehicle is up. And then you want to tighten it down in a star pattern. Now you want to remove the jack stand and let down the vehicle. While the wheel's on the ground, you want to tighten all the lug nuts. Again, star formation. And now replacing the front right side ABS sensor on your 2005 to 2010, I believe, Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo trail rated 4x4 is done.